You see the little shit going. That's a video.
Going on, that's ridiculous. That's misleading everybody, and it doesn't do boxing any good. That's my opinion.
Is that part of the frustration that builds because I suppose we were expecting and waiting for an announcement? We were kind of told it'd be coming, and then all of a sudden it's kind of ripped away from us at what essentially seems to be the last moment. Does that just build that frustration and that the build up that we thought we were going to get it?
I think there's too much politics in boxing. Look, Wilder was doing training videos 4 weeks ago, so obviously he knew the decision back then. Well, he had a very good idea, because we haven't seen him before then, have we? So you've only got to look at stuff like that. So it is what it is. There's nothing you can say with it. The main thing is we both got to go to separate ways for now and see if they come through them fights.
Those are the words of Peter Fury, people. And he dropped a bombshell. Okay? And a lot of people didn't really think about this. And are except for good old Peter Fury. And lately, Peter Fury's been dropping a lot of knowledge and been making a lot of interviews and been making a lot of key points that made sense. And this is another one. This is no exception. Peter Fury was like, well, hey, have you guys noticed that Deontay Wilder started training about 2 or 3 weeks ago? And that is around the same time where he started with Malik Scott on his video comeback training campaign. Okay? And it didn't really hit people that why was he starting to show people what he was doing then? You know what I mean? Like, he was talking about Fury then while he was training. Right? It was last week, okay? Well, yeah, last week everything went topsy-turvy, right? And about a week and a half before, about 2 weeks or 3 weeks before that, Wilder had came with his video with Malik Scott, and he would look like he was in a locker room, right? That was back in the day. Let's take a look and see exactly when that was, right? Because I'm very precise with dates, and I really want to see what that date was. So let's go back. Okay. All right. That was... Dude, that was April 27th. That's exactly when this was. April 27th. That's a month ago. So he's been training for a month now. Because he heard pretty good solid information that he would win this arbitration. And then like Peter Fury said, well, hey, look, you didn't see him do that before then, did you? You didn't see Wilder do anything. You didn't see anything. You really didn't hear anything. You heard a lot, right? But from him, no. You really didn't hear anything from him until Tyson Fury decided to pull out or to say, hey, the contract, or listen to Bob Arum talking about the contract was expired, which I think was a total farce at this point because it's no reason to really mislead people. And when I mean mislead people, they misled everybody that was important. And when I mean the people that was important, I'm talking about Eddie Hearn, I'm talking about Anthony Joshua, I'm talking about Matchroom, I'm talking about all these, the other side, they had them fooled. But at the same time, Wilder's training, working on head movement, working on combinations, working on things that I've never seen him do, and he's looking great. But this was, this was April 27th. You know what I mean? You could say, well, maybe it was a coincidence he's just started training. I doubt it. Why would Wilder start promoting training videos unless he wanted to convince people he was back. He's been saying, I want to fight the best and this and that and the other, but you ain't seen him train. You ain't seen him do anything physical. You just heard him talk. And it was kind of big news because you really didn't hear anything from Wilder for a while as far as mouthpiece wise. But now he's starting to put in action and put in actual work. But why is that? It was because he had pretty good knowledge that he was going to win that arbitration. That's exactly what that was. So Peter Fury is right on the money. You know, and I wanted to share that with you guys because a lot of times people just thought, well, hey, it hit people, blindsided people. But why do you think Wilder stayed so quiet? And one thing I've liked about Wilder, though, in certain instances, Wilder is quiet. He's quiet than normal. You know what I mean? So every time a lot of people can say this and say that, he's quiet. So when Wilder's quiet, something's brewing, which is a good thing. And if he starts putting that action where he used to talk, you're looking at a very, very dangerous man. Counterpunch. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of John Fury's prediction that Deontay Wilder didn't start training until he knew he won the arbitration anyway, way before everyone else. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.